Welcome to Byte or Bill. Gideon, please do us the honors, introduce yourself.
My name is Gideon, also known as Gidigrapher, because some people don't know me as Gideon. And I'm a visual designer from Lagos, Nigeria. I've pretty much been doing design for, say, roughly 6-7 years now, and it's been an interesting journey. Also, really a lover of art and music and football, sports and stuff. But,
Do you play
Do I play sports?
football?
Oh no, I don't. So I used to, but I was scared of getting injured. But I enjoy watching sports a lot. Apart from football, I watch basketball a lot. So that means you have to stay up literally all night because it's the US.
Yeah.
And then you have to watch basketball. But yes, I'm a very big fan of sports.
Interesting. What team do you support? Football and
Football.
basketball? Yeah.
Let's not say that. Okay, so for basketball, I support Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah. But for football, I support United. So so right now we're not good, but that's why I say there's no good.
Next season is coming.
Right.
People should get Osimhen or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's come and rescue you all from your
I don't
shambolic.
I don't mind.
Yeah, so let's get into the game,
Okay.
right? There are 15 questions in Byte or Bill,
Right.
and there are 3 checkpoints. So the first checkpoint is at question 5.
Right.
If you win that, if you get up to question 5, you lock in a mystery gift, and at question 10, you lock in another mystery gift, and by question 15, you secure and take home all the 3 mystery gifts.
Okay.
And so if you find a very difficult question, you have 2 options, right?
Right.
You can either Byte or bail.
Okay.
So if you bail, you are saying that, I'm not doing it again, I want to go home with my gifts. But if you Byte, there are 2 things involved, like basketball to say, right? So you either get the question and move to the next one, or if you miss the question, then I'll take back all my
Oh man.
all the gifts that were secured. And so we'll just dive right in. And this question is like a very sweet one.
Okay.
It says, which Lagos-based design studio handled the brand identity and visual refresh for fintech startup Piggyvest, as well as branding for AfriX and education tech platform Jada?
If I miss this, you're supposed to take the transition. Okay, so this is actually fourth canvas.
Yeah, amazing one. Amazing. This is like a bonus.
Yeah,
This is
bonus
to
question.
keep you refreshed. Shout out to Victor Fatomi of Fourth Canvas.
Yeah.
Number 2. How much did Facebook acquire WhatsApp for in 2014, making it one of the largest tech acquisitions in history?
So I think it was about $15 billion. So yeah.
Final
15.
answer.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Do you want to Byte
No,
or
I'm
Bill?
good. I'm good. I think I'm sure. $15 billion.
What if I say you're wrong?
I don't think I'm wrong. I think I checked the facts recently. I think specifically it was 12 billion on normal stocks and 3 billion on restricted stocks. So that's making 15 billion. So.
I like how you broke it down. So I'm going to give you that one. It's actually 19 billion.
Oh.
Right. So there's 12 billion in stock, 3 billion in restricted stock, and 4 billion in cash.
Oh.
Yeah. So, because I'm a nice guy, we'll continue. Before we go to question 3, right? You're a very accomplished visual designer. I know when we started back in University of Lagos, it was an amazing, Well, I'll let you tell your story. How did you first discover the path to design, and what was that moment that clicked for you that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, or for a long time, or create a career path out of?
So I think it first started when I was in, I think, year 2 or so, because I was pretty much in technology education. So I studied technology education, specifically building and woodwork. So at the time, I would say that I was enjoying it a bit, but actually that was not what I wanted to study. I wanted to study building technology, but I didn't get it because I actually got it, but I had a bit of issues with what's it called, subject combination. Do you understand? So at that point, I didn't even know how that happened, and then he said, "Oh, I could not like register, so they had to switch courses for me. So I just accepted my fate, started doing technology education, specifically building and woodwork. And it was going fine a bit at some point, but I just felt like, oh, this is not what I wanted to do, like in the first place. But I was not feeling comfortable at some point. So, I just decided that, okay, let me just try to see if there's something else that, I can be doing that, spark joy.
Right.
So then I started, I had this laptop that I got before I entered school. And then I liked, all this cartooning. You see when people just, try to take images and try to turn them into cartoons. And then it was just very interesting to me. And then I started doing that, I'll do that like maybe after like school time, maybe after like lectures, I'll try to do that. But then like, I realized that, okay, in my faculty, there was like Wi-Fi in the library, where you can, just use internet to like do so many things. So like I decided that, okay, let me just be going there and I'll use the internet to download videos or tutorials on how to like do these things. And then, I started doing that, after school hours, which is probably like 6 p.m. I'll go to like the library to like use the internet, try to download videos on probably how to use Photoshop and all those things. And that's how I started. And by the way, that's how I even met you.
Yeah.
Because it was interesting.
Education library.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Because shout out to them, man. They're the real MVP. So like I also like had this guy too, my course mates that we're also doing the same thing, going to the library like literally after school hours. I know he's doing very well for himself now, like he's a software engineer. So like that place has really like, brought out like a lot of, talents, like indirectly. So like that's where I literally realized that, okay, this is what I wanted to do. Like I started doing like some designs, started trying out like some things, from there. And then I just decided that, okay, this might possibly just be my career path, And then after school, immediately after my project, it was so funny because after my project, I just got like a message from somebody in my faculty that also like designs, and it was like, oh, it was an agency that they need like a designer to come and, feeling like he was working there, but he wanted to leave. So they said he needs me to fill in for him. And then I just said, why not? No wala. And then I started, after my project, I started working there immediately. And, I just found it like, very interesting. And then from there, that was how I just said, you know what, let's just do this, man.
Amazing stuff. I mean, education, like, I think it's really important how having internet and lights can really just shape a lot of people's future. Because I remember it was the only place outside of education library, it was like the only place where you could get unlimited internet that you didn't have to pay for, because I mean it's cool, and that really spurred a lot of talents. I discovered design from there. You did. Some others discovered software, engineering, and I mean unknowingly they've sort of launched a lot of careers. And I think that it's something that it just shows that if we had like maybe unlimited internet across Nigeria, I mean, and also unlimited lights. I mean, you don't have to think about NEPA taking light. It means that there is a lot of careers that can be developed without even thinking about. People will just pick up like really good skills that they can level on. Thank you for sharing that amazing story. So we'll go back into our question, and we're at question 3. It says, what is the name of the scheduling software company founded in 2013 by Lagos-born Nigerian entrepreneur Tokpe Awotono, who also serves as the CEO?
Okay, so that's Calendly.
Final answer.
Yeah.
You're not changing.
I'm not changing.
That's correct. Calendly is correct. So our next question now. What is the name of the design collaboration platform that shut down its prototyping and design system tools in 2024?
Okay, I think this should be InVision. Yeah, InVision. Yeah, no, I'm right. No. Let me say I'm right. But I mean, I guess I'm right, because I think that I had an idea when the like I saw the like news like on Twitter, like on tech Twitter, basically when this happened like sometimes last year. So I think I'm pretty sure that it's InVision.
What if I tell you you're wrong?
I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm correct.
You're actually correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're at the checkpoints now. This 5th question says, in which year did IBM open its first African research lab in Nairobi, Kenya, marking a significant tech milestone for the continent?
Whoa. I'm not sure about this. This is very.
It's tricky.
Yeah, this is
Interesting.
This is very tricky.
What year did you get into Unilag?
Okay. So that was 2015.
Okay, amazing.
2015.
But that's not the answer, my dear.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to help you find your balance. Because I wanted to win something. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's lower than 2015,
Okay.
yeah.
What do I feel like this happened in 2014? Okay, let me just pick 2014.
Is that your final answer?
Because I feel like it's somewhere around 2014. 2014.
2014. Let's take another question. So, I mean, you started learning design in University of Lagos. I'm sure, like after you left, you had to do a lot of upskilling.
Yeah.
Were there particular courses that you took, or something that happened, or maybe an event that you went to that changed how you approach design?
So let me just circle back a bit to like University of Lagos. So I think at the point where I was almost trying to leave, we had like this design community that had like sort of like a lot of like designers first of all. Before right now we have like other designers from like across like the country and also like the world now. So it's called Asha Koteri, and Asha Koteri was we were very few then. I mean, I would like to say that we're very few, but like a lot of the guys there were like Unilag guys, Shout out to like Caleb and also like Aaron's as well. So like I think I don't know how it even happened, I can't remember, but somehow I think I messaged Caleb or something, and then like he just decided to like add me to like the group. Then it was a WhatsApp group, still a WhatsApp group now, but I think it's like a pretty much big community. And then people were just dropping their works there. When you're just a newbie in design, then you're seeing like mad stuff there. You're like motivated to like do more for yourself. And you said there were design challenges then. Like people would just design posters and drop. And it was very exciting. And then I just decided, okay, let me just join this thing too. Try to design all those things. And then, that time, because I was seeing like a lot of good works, it inspired me to, do more for myself and all of that. And that's one of like the places that I know that really like changed my perspective of design. I think another place where I also, was very challenging for me, but also like shaped like my my thought process or my thinking was a point where I was working for one of the fintech companies. At that time, I didn't even know how to like do motion, because like motion was just something I admired from afar. And then I was just doing like normal brand design, normal graphics, and and stuff of marketing design. And then we had we got to a stage whereby we had to rebrand, And at that point, the company was like under budget. We didn't want to like give it out, so we had to like do it in-house.
Internally.
Yes, in the like marketing and growth team. And then my team lead then, he was trying to like bet on me, because he knew like I had so much potential, trying to like do like different things. He knew that I really had like this flair for motion design. So it was like, okay, now that we're done with like the actual rebranding, like do you want to like try out taking on the rebrand video? I was like, okay, this is something interesting to do. So I'm this kind of person that sometimes I really like love challenges. I love things that try to like push me like past my limit. So I just said that, okay, let me just take on the project of trying to like make the rebrand video. And then it took me about 2 weeks, because I was trying to literally learn motion from scratch. But at the end of the day, I was able to do it. And this is one of the point of my life that really changed like everything for me, because I was like, okay, if I can do this, then I might as well just I can be able to do anything else. So like that was one like really critical point of my career.
So I think another follow-up question would be, what do you like about design, and what do you least like about it?
So I think what I like about design is basically the process. You have to do like sometimes you have to, or most times actually, you have to do a lot of research. So like the research process, you get to like know about like a lot of things, especially when it comes to deal with like probably that sector, because you're trying to do a lot of research with regards to like the product or whatever it is you're trying to design. So like the research is like a very interesting like part because it like expands your knowledge. Also like the designing part itself is also like a very interesting part because obviously like visuals is what is like most appealing to people. So the process of actually trying to bring one or two things together to actually like design it is like another like favorite part of mine. Least favorite least favorite part is I think sometimes when you get stuck because when as a creative, there are most times, or there are a lot of times when you like, you do a lot of things and you just burn out at some point, and then you don't get like as much ideas as you think you would. So at that point, sometimes you just tend to just put your laptop aside, and get to rest. But like that's like the least favorite part because sometimes you just lose your creative juice. I mean, we're not robots, you get, so like at any point you might lose that juice or that creative juice that you initially like would have. So like I think that's one of my least favorite part of it.
Interesting. When you lose your creative juice, how do you pop it back? What do you do? How do you get yourself out of that state?
So for me, when I lose my creative juice, I mean, which still happened like recently, I just take breaks. To be honest, there are sometimes when you don't have like the luxury of time because you literally have projects to work on, and then you're losing juice. So what do you want to do?
So I think at that point, I try to like totally take my eyes off it. I'll probably just go and watch like maybe videos, movies or something. Yeah, so I mean, I watch like videos a lot, like. So actually at that point, I just try to take my laptop off, try to watch like different YouTube videos that will just like keep me excited. And then once I'm in that mood, I'll probably just come back, pick my laptop up again and try to put that. And at that point, I feel like it helps. When it's not in one way. It doesn't like this method might not work for another person. I just found out that that's really works for you.
So back to our question, and we are deciding to Byte on the question. So it means that if you don't get this correctly, you are going home with all this. Or you want to stick with your answer, you want to change your answer. You said 2013, 2014. Yeah, you want to change your answer for this week. Move forward.
So I feel it's between 20 things. So that's something I'm going to be saying something.
Right. So you are biting 2014.
Yes.
And which camera am I looking at? And the answer is wrong. Yeah, the answer is actually 2013. That was when you launched the mapping Kenya method. But thank you for coming on the show. Hopefully next time you can win more gifts from us. Our first guest today. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Well, any other thing you'd like to add to that I didn't ask you my question about?
Not really, to be honest. I think I'm just thankful for the fact that design has like changed I think design changed my life, to be honest. Because like a lot of things that I probably would think that I would do with my normal career, I probably would not be able to like write my normal career. But design has changed like everything, changed like my perspective of things, and all of that. And then like I'm just very much grateful. I'm also grateful for like the community, grateful for people around me, like that keeps me like pushing and everything. So
amazing stuff. And we have come to the end of the show with Gideon, my good friend from way back in University of Lagos. Great to have you here. Thank you for honoring the invitation.
thank you very much.
Thank you once again for coming.
Byte or Bail is brought to you by Clever, and Clever allows you open a US-based dollar account in your name to receive USD payments.